TV.com, the home for intelligent black people. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and a lot of you know about a lot of stuff going on down on the border. There's a border crisis, that involves a lot of our people, and I'm going to show you some imagery of what's going on in Haiti. A lot of us are very concerned about it. Well, not everybody's sitting around just talking about it. Not everybody's just tweeting and hashtagging it. Jay Morrison, who runs the Black House out of Atlanta and the Tulsa Real Estate Fund, he's actually gathered a group of people to go down and investigate and find out what's going on. And so I got Jay on the line, man. How you doing today, brother?
Peace, King. I'm amazing. Feel phenomenal. How about yourself?
Doing good. And I know that our connection's a little bit shaky because you're in the car. So if it gets too shaky, we might end up going to audio or something. That way I can hear you. But I can see you pretty good right now. And let me know if you can't hear me. Let me ask you this, man. So right down on the border, there's a thing going on where there's thousands of people from Haiti, people that look like us, and there's been some images of disturbing images of people on horseback whipping them and stuff like that. Let me start with asking you this: what is your what drove you to go down there and see what's going on?
Yeah, Doc, it's actually exactly what you said, right? I saw the images of what apparently were horse reins used as whips. I saw the images of what they call tent city, or the camps were below humane treatment, and I got pissed about it, and I posted about it on my page. But I was like, if people are pulling up on our people and using horses and whips or whatever that even might be, even if it didn't happen, if it might be that, I need answers, and we need answers, right? We come too far to sit back and just only leave it to a hashtag or a tweet. And I got time today, so I said we're gonna pull up.
Okay, so you pulling up now. Now, where are you at right now? What part of the country are you in?
So right now we're in Texas, about 40 minutes plus out of Del Rio, Texas, which is where the border crisis is happening. We're here as humanitarians. I'm here with Megan from ATL for Haiti,
hey guys.
one of our community partners. We've gathered about 80 barrels of supplies for Haiti at the Legacy Center, your building, our building, the Black House. We've gathered about 80 barrels with ATL for Haiti of supplies.
Oh, hey Jay, you're going in and out a little bit, brother. Maybe you can go audio only. That way we can hear you, because it looks like your image froze a little bit. So I want to give everybody some background while I try to get Jay back. Basically,
as I started.
There we go. Hold on, wait. Okay, audio only might be better. There we go. Say something, brother, so I can see if I can hear you.
Can you hear me now? 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, I can definitely hear you now. Go ahead, man.
Wonderful. Yeah, so we were already doing work for Haiti, sending supplies over with ATL for Haiti, and then we saw the pictures of the actual camps that surprised everybody of thousands of families, reportedly 10,000 of our people, right? And I'm gonna go further than even say not even people that look like us, our people. I'm a Garveyite. I'm a Pan-Africanist, right? Africa for the Africans, home and abroad, right? We're all one people, no matter where we've landed as original people. So I was like, if this kind of even potential inhumane treatment or oppressive treatment is happening on our watch, it's important. It's important that we pull up and that we make a stance and find out the facts. Because sometimes the internet and media could distort things, to the left or to the right, right? Maybe it's worse than what we think. Maybe it's not as bad as what we think. But I want to be able to give us an honest opinion of what's going on. So I did bring some of our Legacy Center members down and ATL for Haiti. We're meeting with the Black Cross from the New Black Panther Party and some other allies on the ground, Until Freedom, Pastor Jamal Bryan, New Birth Missionary Baptist Church, and others to just put in work, man.
Okay, well, man. And by the way, everybody, we were on video, but Jay Morrison's in the car. He's headed down with a group of people that are headed down to Haiti to check on our people. They are going to pull up, and we were doing video, but we're doing audio because the signal is a little shaky. On the road. There we go. I'm trying to see if I can pull them in there. There we go. You can see that they are driving, and you can see out the window in the barren wasteland that they're in right now. It looks like. And so we're trying to find out what's going on down there. So Jay, let me ask you this, man. You and I talked about this a second ago, and I'd like to get your if you mind reassessing this for other people. A lot of us were asking, how did so many people get to the border in the first place? How many? I mean, how did thousands and thousands of Haitians get to that border when, from what I understand, there's water that you got to cross to get there and all that other stuff? How did they get there that far?
Yeah, let's first. I'm smiling right now, and I wish you could see me on the camera. Let's first salute the resilience and the strategy and the stealth nature of our Haitian brothers and sisters. Right, the descendants of the first colonized Africans who fought back against our oppressors, revolted and won. That strategy is running in their veins. Somehow, over 10,000 Haitians popped up at the U.S. border out of nowhere, and no one saw it coming. You hear me? So I heard through the grapevine that there's an underground railroad through Chile and through Mexico somewhere that got them to the border. But we're gonna find out more about how they did that without maybe blowing up their route, because they might gotta make some more routes over here. But I think it is commendable that as they've seen dire living conditions in their own country, that they have the wisdom, the wherewithal, and the stealth strategy in nature to be able to not what we do often as Black Americans and Black Africans in America, televise all our moves, tell everybody what we about to do, what's coming. They just popped up. And I think if we just start making some moves and just start popping up, people being caught off guard too, and we'll have the Black Wall Street and the Black liberation and the self-determination we deserve.
Yeah, well, I want everybody to kind of see. Somebody sent this to me, and I agree with them. It was hard to understand, how this all kind of happened the way it did. If you look at this map here, you can see. I'm gonna expand this so everybody can see it. But you see where Haiti's located. So if you look at this map, here's Florida, way over here, right now. Now they're on the border with Texas, right? The Rio Grande area, is that right?
Del Rio,
Texas. And you see Haiti is down here. Haiti's way down by the Dominican Republic. And a lot of people were just kind of like, okay, what happened? Like this is kind of surprising. And then that's when you started seeing and hearing about all the images of the things that are happening there, particularly the one with the horseback and all that other stuff. And I'm gonna show everybody these images so you can kind of know what disturbed everybody. What have you heard anything in particular about just some of those images? Like, I mean, did they just catch them in an awkward moment, or is this indicative of what's really going down there?
Well, what I heard was they were using the horse reins as weapons, as whips, essentially, and weaponizing the horse reins to try to almost, I'll go to audio, to try to almost cattle-like, right? How you herd a cattle? To try to almost herd the people, right? And they were using those weapons, in that regard. And so that's most of what we heard. And we heard there were a lot of arrests, a lot of imprisoned Haitians, all throughout the South Texas border, and so we're trying to figure out, what's their path to freedom, what's their path to some dignified living conditions, and certainly less aggressive treatment as potential immigrants to the country.
So, Jay, let me ask you this. So, by the way, everybody, I got Jay Morrison on the line. He's headed down to the border to check on our people with this Haitian border crisis. And I'm just pulling up some Google images so everybody can kind of see, what's been going down there and just what that situation looks like. I mean, it's kind of fascinating. And so, Jay, let me ask you this, man. I know a lot of people were deeply offended because the United States, just a couple of weeks ago had a very open door policy about bringing people in from Afghanistan. And suddenly, you hear that they are, building, not building, but basically filling people up in airplanes to fly them back to Haiti. So, this almost seems like just some blatant racism. I mean, is there any way to interpret this other than to say, okay, this is racism in terms of that disparate treatment, or what do you think?
I think that, as historically proven, Black Lives Matter less to America. Black Lives Matter less to America's cousins in Europe and those rooted in white supremacy and European colonialism and imperialism. There's always an issue, or there's always a second-class citizenry or treatment when it comes to our people. Um, yeah, that's just flat out, what it is, what we see. Um, there's not been any progressive stance by the government on what can we do to help, what can we do to aid. For all the resources the Clintons and America have sucked out of Haiti, the least they can do is give back some kind of path to, a better way. So yeah, I think for what we've seen from other ethnic groups and America's treatment there, I think that they've botched this crisis, especially for how much Black people in America have already went through, but how much we've supported those in office today.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. First of all, I commend what you're doing, man. I think this is great, and
Thank you.
I think this is a great example. What I would say to anybody that as you know, the internet's a funny place. Some people love it, some people hate it, and there's everything in between. Everybody's got an opinion. But what I would encourage everybody to do is, if you don't agree with what Jay's doing right now, I encourage you to provide other solutions as well. Right, outdo him. Right, that's it. Outdo him. Outwork the work, as you like to say on Instagram. Right, just he's in a car. He's driving down to the border. And I'm not doing that. I'm not in the car driving to the border right now. And so what I did actually, man, was no, I did want to provide some type of support, admittedly limited, but I want to do more, not just in terms of having this conversation, but also there was you have an organization, ATL for Haiti. It's not your organization; it's run by the sister in the car with you. But that to me was I liked what I heard about ATL for Haiti because I believe Black people can bail. When you talk about a Haitian bailout, I believe African American spending power can be one of the bailout mechanisms to support Haiti in a lot of very meaningful ways. So I liked ATL for Haiti because a lot of us have been scarred by what happened with the Clintons, what happened with the Red Cross, what happens with all these people that collect billions of dollars in the name of Haiti, and the money just never seems to get to the people. So what's different about ATL for Haiti that says that this money's going to get to the people and stuff like that? Oh, it looks like Jay's a little bit frozen, so y'all be patient. He might be hearing it with a little bit of a lag. Hey, Jay.
Can you hear me?
Yep, I sure can. Did you catch that message? Did you catch what I said about?
Yeah, I did. And I said what I like about boutique nonprofits, humanitarian servants like ATL for Haiti and Queen Megan, who's sitting behind me, is the fact that I'm talking to the founder and I'm watching her do the work. I'm watching her team sit in the Black House, not sit, but actually work in the Black House, sweating, literally, moving boxes, pallets, barrels, wrapping things up. I've seen her body of work of over 30 trips to Haiti. She's so entrenched in Haiti. Her significant other is from Haiti, and her child now is half Haitian. I mean, she's been all over there learning the culture, the traditions, etc. And you can see the passion, you can see the work. And a lot of times, the larger the nonprofit, the more administrative costs they have. So therefore, majority or more of your donation or contribution goes more towards administrative operations than it actually does the people on the ground. We will be better served spreading our dollars around amongst boutique organizations many times than some of the larger organizations. And the fact that it's Black owned, it's Haitian owned, it's connected to our diaspora, our work. And again, this is the founder behind me who on one day's notice, not only while we're packaging up goods at the Black House, the Legacy Center for Haiti, she got on a flight and pulled up in one day's notice and is driving out here. We don't know what we're up against out here. As a woman, as a female, being a freedom fighter on the front line to go check in on our people, while we simultaneously work with Haitians United in Houston to help them in their service there in their work. So you really get to see the work in action when you deal with more boutique operations like ATL for Haiti. And me, as a fund manager, as a fiduciary who has a track record of managing money well, a proven track record, 3 financial audits in 3 years with no irregularities, right?
Mm.
I know how to vet organizations and their work and their management. And at the end of the day, I trust the sister spirit, and I trust what she's shown me with my own 2 eyes. And I trust the fact that she's here with me, not talking to talk, not blogging to talk, not just for PR opportunities and media opportunities for the pull up, but actually doing the work in real life.
All right. Well, I love that, and everybody, I'm putting this URL up here because I really hope that those of you that care about this issue will do something, whatever it is you want to do. And I know that there are conversations. Whenever our people, whether it's running a business or have a foundation, there are people that are skeptical of that, and I understand that skepticism, but I would encourage you to understand that that same skepticism is not typically thrust on things that are owned by white folks.
Facts.
A lot of that skepticism that isn't thrust on the Red Cross. That skepticism isn't thrust on the Democratic Party, who show up for black votes and don't deliver anything. That skepticism isn't thrust on corporations that sell us food that kills us every year. So what I would just say to anybody that really cares, give or don't give, it's totally up to you. But just kind of think about that when you go and you spend money at White Castle, or you spend money at Target or Walmart, or you spend money on Coca-Cola products, right? You're giving money freely to a lot of other things that don't care much about your community. I encourage you to at least give this a try. So even if you didn't like it, even if you feel like it's all a bunch of BS, why not try to help on some level? And the last thing I want to share with everybody, Jay, you shared a Cash App. What was it, the Black Power dollar? And I'm gonna put it on the screen. Could you tell us what that's about? I sent some money to it just because I spend money on a lot of things, that white people sell, and I said, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna, I might as well support what black folks are doing too, of course. So I had no questions, to be honest with you, but I'd love if you could tell people what this is for. This Black Power dollar Cash App. I'll put it on the screen for anybody that's interested.
Yeah, that Cash App is for my sister, who's the national chairwoman of the new Black Panther Party, Sister Crystal Muhammad. She runs the NBPP, and I've been on the ground with her since 2015. She's actually my mentor, if you will, in social consciousness. And I've been on multiple ground maneuvers with her fighting for justice. I've watched her on the front line in Baton Rouge with a shotgun on her shoulder, face to face with cops with riot gear on, snipers on her roof, and watched her get arrested and still get out and bail everybody out. I've watched her fight for Otis Byrd, Walter Scott, so many injustices. I watched her fight in Katrina doing service work, the Black Cross in Houston when there were floods. And so they're not a nonprofit. It's not tax deductible because the new Black Panther Party doesn't have that kind of relationship with the American government. But they do the work. They fight for freedom. She puts her life on the line. I watched it with my own eyes. I got the pictures, the receipts, the proof. She's been an activist almost longer than I've been alive. But one of the boldest sisters I've met, who runs, again, the new Black Panther Party for self-defense, and the Black Cross, which helps for relief efforts. And so it's just grassroots, it's just grassroots support and donation. Simple as that. Again, I didn't put a ton on it. I'll tell you, be transparent. I put $350 on it. I said, here's sis, I'll put $350 on it, and I'll promote. I've sent her money a few weeks ago. I constantly, on the low, support her organization because, again, these are folks that I've watched and seen and have served on the ground with and that do the work. So whatever's to someone's comfortability and capacity, I can vouch for these organizations just based on me being in the space with them, that they they ain't going out and buying private jets and living lavish and all that. They're ponying up dollars for gas. They're ponying up dollars for waters, and they're getting in the trenches and willing to risk their lives and freedom to advocate for our people. That's in real life.
Yeah, I think that's important too. And the truth of the matter is, I think that we have to really reassess how we even view Black activism. I never believed that Black activism has to come with a vow of poverty anyway. If anybody deserves to be living lavish and flying in a private jet, then it should be the people that are on the front lines for our people. You
Taking
know,
the biggest risk.
Yeah. Yeah, we give money to we're okay when an ignorant rapper selling drugs to our kids is living lavish. We're okay when a comedian telling jokes is living lavish. We're okay when somebody's cooning on TV and living lavish. But for some reason, when it comes to the people that really advocate for us, we're like, oh, I heard that Negro got a nice car. Well, why? I need them to have a nice car so they can get out there and do the work that y'all ain't doing. Right? I want you to have the best, most reliable car I can help you get because you're out there doing the work. You're moving the needle, and so
I want to
I'm
keep
not
you
gonna beat
inspired.
them.
I want to keep you motivated. I want to keep you inspired. Keep doing the work that I or you can't do, right? Like I get busy, but not as much as many of my activist friends. Like they dwarf me in service work. So like if y'all gonna do it, well, I'm in the comfy of my whatever I'm doing. The least I could do is spend a couple dollars. Because you know what? I would have spent it on a nice a brunch in ATL. I would have spent it on a happy hour drink. I would have spent it in so many places. I can't send you 40 here, a couple hundred there. A G on a good day. You know, I can't bless you as you bless our people. Like that's the self-hate that has been that we've been taught that keeps us from just wanting to see us do good as we serve good.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's really funny. The same person who won't support a black organization will turn right around to a racist corporation and
go
drop
buy
10
Hennessy.
grand. Drop 10 grand like it ain't nothing. It's the funniest thing, man. But either way, man, I support what you're doing, brother, and I'm gonna let you go. I appreciate you popping in, and maybe we could check back in again.
Yes.
As things progress. If anything pops off, you got me directly on speed dial. In fact, I'm gonna call you right after we hang up so we can finish talking business. But I applaud it, man. And also, I'm gonna put this URL up again. Everybody that's looking for an organization that will allow you to support the Haitian people directly, atlforhaiti.com. That's the URL on the screen. Please consciously take this video and share it. You ain't got to get in the car and drive to the border like Jay. But I would at least ask you to share this video. You ain't got to even make a donation if you ain't got it like that. That's fine. But share it with somebody who does have it so that we can get our people what they need. All right, everybody. So please have a wonderful day. And thanks again to Jay Morrison. And please hit the thumbs up button on your way out. And I'll keep you guys updated on what's going on down in Haiti down on the border with our people, because I think this is the kind of thing we need to get involved with. So God bless everybody. Love you. I'll see you all soon. Take care. Peace.